All right, let's give this a try. I love you. I love you. I love you. Come on, Cleo. Come on, girl. I love you, Daddy. I love you. That's Cleo, by the way. She was a collie at one point, and then, thanks to my inability to keep her fur nice, the groomer says, "We're shaving that dog. We're shaving that dog." And so now you can see she's just sort of got like little tufts of fur, which, by the way, tuft is one of my favorite words of all time. So this is episode 2 of Mr. Question and Answer, and as many of you know, I've suffered several problems in the past, medical issues, and some financial setbacks. So I'm always trying to figure out a way to make more money. And being a great inventor, I've come up with some stuff. Recently, you take lemons and you make lemonade. Recently I was working covering the Drew Peterson trial. And I don't know if everybody knows about this, although they did make a Lifetime movie with Rob Lowe as Drew Peterson. That's some casting. He was a cop in Bolingbrook, not far from where I lived, and he had like 4 wives, and one of them ended up missing. Still haven't found her. And you know what? They are going to be sorry as hell when that bitch shows up wearing a straw hat and drinking one of them Mai Tais. Anyway, his 3rd wife died in what they're calling a tragic bathtub fall. Yeah. Anyway, we kept showing pictures of this bathtub, and I said, you know what, this didn't have to happen. And there's got to be a way to get the word out that this kind of crap just doesn't have to happen anymore. So I've invented the Drew Peterson bathtub non-slip decals, and you can get them. You just take them and put them in your bathtub, and they you won't be slipping around, you won't be falling, or they also work great in a prison shower. So keep that. Judith Flick Walton says, Osama bin Laden took her earrings. And she says, could you tell me how to file a claim against the estate of Mr. bin Laden? Well, I happen to know for a fact that Oprah is making a reality series about the real housewives of the Osama bin Laden compound. And they're going to have money coming out the yin-yang soon. So keep that in mind. Tom Edwards asks, which way is up, and do you pan or tilt to get there? I once ran camera for the Emmy Award-winning NBC director Harry Coyle, which sounds like an intrauterine device, but sorry, Cleo. And he kept telling me, pan up, pan up. Well, that's not a cue. I've been a director for like 40 years. Pan up is not a cue. You pan left and right, and you tilt up and down. You tilt up and down. Okay? All right, get it? You get the, well, I need to tilt up a little bit. And you pan left and right. Or what one director once said to a lazy cameraman, pan right, come on, pan right. And nothing happened. He said, hey, do this, move your chair to the left. Because there are some camera guys that run camera in a chair. Although, you know what, now we're all robotics. It's all robotics. It's all ball bearings these days. David Steele asks, will there be a Fanny and Ralph 2? And do you know the way to San Jose? Those are two related questions. There will not be a Fanny and Ralph 2. That was the first movie that David and I, as movie making associates, put together. It was a parody of Bonnie and Clyde. Except at the end, instead of being massacred by the police, they were out in a field, and Clyde took a little piece of grass and made the the duck sound, and they were killed by confused duck hunters. Great motion picture. There will not be a remake because Johnny Depp refused to play Ralph. And what's her name? My key choice to play Fanny was Brittany Murphy. And that's not working out. Also, we got some nice comments from Ray Rodriguez. Ray, miss you, buddy. I know how much you love the stupid story, and so I'll try to, make more for you. David Steele asks again, what is the key lesson you learned after moving to a larger city? Now, of course, you're referring to when I moved to Terre Haute. No, I've been in Chicago now for many years, and only recently I work in the middle of the night, so I park many blocks away from the station because once again, money problems. And I walk through the middle of the third largest city in the United States of America at 2:30 in the morning. And the advantages to that is of course, there's no traffic. And I get to meet the homeless people while they're still fresh. But also, I've been able to learn how to spot a heroin addict from a long ways away. And I've learned that if you wear a garbage bag for pants, you can take a shit anywhere you want. No matter where you are, boom, just let her fly. You're fine. You're in a garbage bag. But the heroin addict, this is a true story. I was walking down the street, and I about 2 blocks away, I see this guy, and he's like bent over in a 90-degree position, and I understand it's like it's like this, and he's not moving, and I understand that is pretty typical of a heroin addict. But he was right in front of Macy's at State and Washington. And they have this, this window full of, gaunt mannequins. And they play music out that window 24 hours a day. So I get closer to this guy and I realize that maybe part of the reason they get in that position, which it looks to me like I thought it was like originally a Stanley Kubrick piece of furniture, like an end table from Clockwork Orange. But it was a guy, and he was in that position because he had puked straight down. And the puke had a nice splatter pattern to it. And I get close, and this guy is like, and the music playing out of the window at Macy's was, I got a feeling today's gonna be a good day. which I found incredibly ironic. And but I can't. There's not room to go around him on the left, and I have to pass between him and the Macy's window, and try not to step on the puke. So I'm like doing the tightrope walk thing, and I'm edging my way by him, and he sort of turns his head up at me and just goes. And I looked at him and said, Mazel tov. That really happened. Okay, well, I'm keeping this short because the other one just sucked. It was so long, and Shaken, Mark Shaken, was like, I got like 2 minutes into it, and then I had to go take a pee. Which I think says more about his bladder control than anything. So send me more questions. I can help you. I really can. But you got to send me questions, and I'll see you next time. Business.